Hi, I'm Michael Terrell, the president of Wholetones Inc. Welcome to my home. We are having an amazing event, and you're going to want to watch every minute of tonight's broadcast. And the name of that event is what?
The Wholetones Holiday Spectacular.
Yep, it's that time of year, guys. And my whole heart is trying to create products that help people live an optimum lifestyle year-round. And during the holidays sometimes, as you've noticed, sometimes there's extra stress trying to figure out what gifts I should buy, and then your little pet around the house picks up the off-gassing of your stress, and that's not what the holidays are all about. The holidays are about giving, about peace, and about the reason for the season. And so I've created products that help you relax, that help you bust stress, that help your pets with anxiety, and guess what? Sleep. Clinically proven sleep solution and energy. Some of those that have that flagging 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you're at work and you just wish you had like another jolt of joe, we have something for you that's frequency enhanced music that will do just the trick. And before I get really into this whole thing, I want to introduce you to the people that make this happen. First of all, the incredible Becky Smith, who does just about everything I could think of, and the guy that kind of is the quarterback of the team, Marty Fonke, CMO of Wholetones Inc.
Thank you, Michael. I like how you said Becky was incredible, and I'm a quarterback. She'd be like the wide receiver, and I'm going to throw a touchdown pass. Because this whole thing started out because of your idea, Michael. You said, look, we've had a ton of success on QVC, massive success on QVC. We've had great success with our JV partners doing Facebook Live events and other video productions from your home. And you called me up one day and said, why don't we do this for Wholetones products and really help people improve their lives in every single way? And it was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And so I called Becky and said, hey, what do you think of this idea? And she said, I love it, and I want to name it the
Wholetones Holiday Spectacular.
She gets to say it. She only has 3 words she's going to say this entire video, and those are the 3 words, and we're just going to have her say it over and over. Just kidding. All right, let me tell you what we're going to do today. So I have to have my piece of paper, my cheat sheet. All right, so first of all, every product that we're going to show you today is discounted off the regular price. Now, we've sold millions at the regular price, and it's a value and a great deal even at that, but we have a 25% discount on every single thing we're going to show you today, so stick around to get that. We also have some free gifts that we're going to give you with every single order. So here are the free gifts. So first of all, we have these lovely
Snow bags!
This is one of these snow bags here that is has some stuff in it, and Becky made it look all pretty. You could do your Vanna White thing if you wanted, Becky. So every single order will include one of these snow bags, so that if you're buying to give us a gift, you'll be able to give that packaged beautifully, and you can see it's got the lovely bow, everything else. Also, every single order is going to have free 5 of our Wholetones Christmas cards. Becky, do you want to show us the Wholetones Christmas card? So that has our Wholetones Christmas logo on the front. We'll be talking about Wholetones Christmas, the music, here in a little while, but in the meantime, we have the Christmas cards. There'll be 5 of those in every single order. So those are some of our free gifts. We also have some special bundles we're going to tell you about for a couple of our different products that have never, ever been offered before through Wholetones. And then we have some new items, so one of which may require a passport. So you don't need to go get your passport right now. That's fine. But you may want to have it handy here shortly. And then the last thing we've got is some new Wholetones wearables.
Yes, we
do. That we have never sold online before. We've sold them at the live concerts, but we've never sold them online. So you might be guessing. I said concert, I said wearable. What do you think it might be?
A toaster?
You got it right.
Bam!
Everybody needs a new toaster for Christmas. Why not a Wholetones toaster? Frequency infused sourdough. Love it. All right. So to get started, we are going to kick it off with our best selling product category, which is our sleep category. Michael, tell us about Wholetones to Sleep. How did it evolve? How did it come about? And what kind of impact has it had on the world?
Well, if you've ever dealt with insomnia, like the other 70 million people in America, believe it or not, there's 70 million people right now that are struggling with some type of sleeping disorder, then you know that it's one of the most miserable feelings in the world to be looking over on your bedside table and looking at that alarm clock and going, oh my God, if I don't sleep soon, I'm going to be a mess. And then that goes on for 2 or 3 days. Well, as a musician and a traveling musician and a guy that did like 4 to 5 45-minute sets of music every night, I wouldn't get home till 5:30 in the morning. And we have this incredible thing that's called the circadian rhythm. It's really just our bio clock. It's how we operate. So you know, it's not a joke. If you don't sleep, you can't heal. Dr. Oz told me that personally, and it's a fact. Doesn't matter what you take, if you're not sleeping, you're not healing, and it catches up to you. So I thought, man, I gotta do something to help people sleep. I wish I would have had this for myself back when I was really struggling. But we came up with this amazing music player that doesn't require Wi-Fi, does not need Bluetooth. It actually has its own internal chargeable battery. So, I mean, the music's embedded in it. It's pretty much one and done. Everything that you need for a perfect night of sleep is in this device. And here's the best part. A lot of skeptics, and I love skeptics. Most people get frustrated with them. I love skeptics because they want the truth, and we have truth. We have white paper data for Wholetones to Sleep that unequivocally says this device will help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling refreshed every single day. Can you imagine what that would feel like? Some of you don't even remember what that feels like to have that rapid eye movement, delta sleep, wake up in the morning, feel like you can take over the world. If that's what you're looking for, we have that right here with Wholetones to Sleep. And we have a tourmaline infused sleep mask, which might not mean anything to the average person, but tourmaline is called the beauty mineral for a good reason. It actually can carry a charge. It can actually carry the charge of some of the frequencies that are embedded in my music. So not only can it help you block out light, which we all need to do, by the way, if we want to sleep good.
Especially the blue light.
Oh, especially the blue light from your device, which you should not have in bed with you anyway. But the actual tourmaline mineral is called the beauty mineral for a reason. If you wear this, it'll be the first sleep mask you ever wore that when you wake up in the morning, you're not going to have wrinkles, or like when you sleep funny on something and there's like that weird thing on the side of your face, you're not going to have to deal with that with the sleep mask. You are going to absolutely love
More
it.
crow's feet?
No, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Oh.
it's nice.
It's not a miracle.
And no rubber band marks, which is really awesome. So that in a nutshell is Wholetones to Sleep, but we're not done there because it also, like, deliverability is everything. Like some people go, well, I just want it on my phone, or I just want to have a CD. So many people are still looking for CDs for good reason, because they're a faithful reproduction of the audio range when you actually record a product. And Bose wave radios are still the rage and they're selling everywhere. So a certain demographic demands CDs. So yes, we have this same music that you will have on your Wholetones to Sleep player and the digital download that comes with it. You can also have on this disc set of over 3 hours of music, which can be looped, and you can listen to it all night long through your favorite CD player as well.
All right, well, I'm going to talk a little bit about the deal. Okay, so first of all, I do want to mention, I am a user of Wholetones to Sleep. I use it every single night, and it helps me sleep better than anything I've ever tried.
That's awesome.
And my grandkids use it. So many members of my friend, my family, like it really. It's amazing, guys. Like, you have to try this if you've never had it. If you have any trouble sleeping, you've really got to try it. And we do have a 90-day money-back guarantee on all of our products. So get it, try it, it'll work for you. All right, let me talk about the deal here. So we have our music player that Michael talked about. That normally sells for $99.95 with our 25% discount. And the way you get that discount is you're just gonna scroll down. You're gonna find the item you want to buy right here on this same page, and you're going to add it to your cart. And then when you check out, you're going to add the promo code HOLIDAY. Add the promo code HOLIDAY. It's going to take 25% off your entire shopping cart. So don't check out yet, because we have a lot more to talk about. But add this into your cart. Now, this is our player, as Michael mentioned. It's rechargeable. You can actually take it with you. You can plug it in. It'll play for about 4 or 5 hours just on the battery. Definitely recommend the sleep mask. We have tons of people who love the sleep mask. It's awesome. Great sleep. The music that's on the Wholetones to Sleep player is the music of Life, Love, and Lullabies. Tell us a little about Life, Love, and Lullabies.
You know, I remember as a child, which we all find, if we go back, we can find one time in our lives where we did sleep deeply. And it's usually when we were children or infants. And you can't even remember some of that. But one thing I do recall is when my mother would hold me to her chest and sing lullabies over me. And I could feel the vibration of my mother's abdomen and her diaphragm when she would sing over me. And what that translates to an infant is love. This person loves me. And a lullaby just means goodbye until you wake. It's a beautiful thing. So I thought, wow, what if I could infuse lullabies with frequency that would help people sleep? I wonder what would happen. It's like kind of an experiment. What I came up with was 4 traditional lullabies that all of you would probably know, and I actually wrote 2. I wrote one for my little niece, Gabby, who absolutely adores it and sleeps like a baby.
By the way,
and there she
that's
is.
Gabby right there.
There's her picture. And the other one, I think Marty might have named it this, but we call this next song the song that no one's ever heard the end of. Yeah, it's called Angels All Around, and I wrote that one. And it's funny because you're thinking about famous traditional lullabies. I had never written a lullaby. So when I took my hand at doing this, I was very surprised to find out, and they told me this, I didn't make it up, that Angels All Around is everyone's favorite one on the entire album. But think about it. You have an endless loop of the same type of feeling that you feel when your mother's holding you, singing over you, playing in your child's room, playing in your room. Anywhere you want to go, on the go, you can find yourself in an incredible, it's like being wrapped in a blanket, and you can find yourself just nodding off to sleep, which is what all of us really, really want.
Absolutely. So the player we talked about is $99.95. The CDs are also $99.95, and this is the Wholetones to Sleep CD collection. You get 3 CDs, or about 3 hours worth of music. If you want to put them on a CD player, you'll definitely want to get this. Just incredible, high fidelity, high quality sound. Now we do have a special thing.
Oh man!
Now, if you're thinking about getting a gift for somebody and you want to really go like something really unique and special. Michael sat down and signed and hand-numbered and hand-signed 1,000 collections of his Life, Love, and Lullabies collection, which is the music featured on Wholetones to Sleep. They are numbered. I don't know if you can see here. I'm going to hold it down here so that our product camera can take a look at it. So this one is number 214 of 1,000. So it's numbered and it's autographed. So Michael's autograph is on here.
Right there.
Where? Oh, there it is.
Right,
you signed it in the heart. Okay, so it's black numbers and silver. Okay, I didn't see the silver blended in. So this is a beautiful, beautiful piece that would be suitable for putting on your bookshelf, but definitely giving as a gift. Now, because of the limited edition nature of this particular set of CDs, they are a little bit more expensive. They're $129 even. But use the promo code HOLIDAY, you're going to get 25% off. So you're going to get the autographed CD set for $96.75. So this is a great, great gift for $96.75. So to recap, Wholetones to Sleep portable music player, normally $99. Using the promo code HOLIDAY, yours for $74.25. The sleep mask, frequency infused. This isn't just put it on and it just blocks light. It does so many more things. We have people who absolutely rave about them. Most people buy more than one and they love them. Normally that's $29.95. With promo code HOLIDAY, that's $22.46 for the sleep mask. Then we have the Life, Love, and Lullabies, we have the Wholetones to Sleep CD collection. That's $99 also. So with your promo code discount, $74.25. And last but not least is our signed and numbered limited edition Life, Love, and Lullabies CD collection featuring all the music of Michael Terrell. And that one is normally $129, but using the promo code HOLIDAY, $97.46. That's only for the duration of the sale. And so you need to act now on our sleep system bundles. Any last words you want to talk about with regard to sleep? Maybe stories you've heard from customers. I know we've had literally thousands of testimonials.
I can
There's
definitely
one in particular that sticks out to you, Michael?
A doctor, an integrative medicine specialist at a conference I was speaking at in St. Louis, Missouri last year, was telling me at the table, she said, I have tried everything. I actually have taken Ambien, I've tried melatonin, I've tried everything, every throat spray, and she said, I cannot sleep. I've been up for days. And I thought, wow. And I said, you know what? Just take this device with you. Take it up to your hotel room tonight and turn it on and see what happens. So the next day I was waiting to see what happened, and 9 o'clock went by, 10 o'clock session went by, 11 o'clock session. About 11:15, she came running over to my seat and just hugging me, and someone else was speaking, so we couldn't talk very loud. But the story is that she slept for 9 hours straight the very first time.
Wow.
And this is a doctor, integrative medicine specialist that tried everything at her disposal to try to give herself some sleep.
I mean, like drugs and prescriptions,
Real
and all those
drugs.
wonderful things that
All of
don't
those
have any
things.
side effects, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, good stuff.
And this unit did the job the very, very first time without Wi-Fi, which there's no EMFs then, no Bluetooth, and no scary drugs, or even you don't even have to take any supplements. Nothing by mouth. Just turn on the music and lay down.
That's fantastic. One thing I forgot to mention with all of these, well, not all of these, with the speaker purchase with the CD purchase of Wholetones to Sleep CDs or with the Life, Love, and Lullabies purchase. You get a free digital downloads of all of the music, so you can download that to your phone, your tablet, or computer, and so you can take that with you if you want. So that
right
will come
away,
with all of those. Yeah,
while they're waiting.
So tonight, you can be sleeping better tonight.
Yes.
Give the gift of sleep. This collection makes an amazing gift. If you know somebody that needs a good night's sleep, you can't do anything better than give them a good night. Anybody can buy a gift card to somebody or somewhere, and they're just going to spend it. But a good night's sleep is precious. It really is precious.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to stop talking about sleep for a minute, and we're going to transition to something else. So after you've had a good night's sleep, and you wake up in the morning, what do you want? What do you want to have happen?
Well, I mean, if you're like me in the morning, you roll out of bed. Sometimes, like if you have Wholetones asleep, you'll be jumping out of bed for the first time in a long time. But then you want your coffee, or you want a stimulant, or you want something to kind of, enhance that brain fog leaving and me like getting into my day full speed ahead. And so I was thinking how awesome that would be if there was a frequency or a group of frequencies attached to music, which is my forte, that could actually act like sonic caffeine, like a frequency that would actually, instead of helping me sleep, help me wake up and, work at my optimum output all day long without getting groggy in the middle of the afternoon, and be able to do what I was put on this earth to do, work harder and without stress. And so this was born. It's called Active. And Active is an amazing project because I've mixed music with frequency, and they're specific to beats per minute. Yep, BPMs. How does that work? Everybody that's in the health and wellness arena, or anybody that has any understanding of heart health, will tell you that beats per minute is everything. And there's kind of this magic sauce. It's like 120 beats per minute that most of the classes you go to, most of the aerobics classes you go to, they always use 120 BPM. So we went with several different ones, some of them that get your heart rate a little higher, but the baseline for Wholetones Active is 120 beats per minute. And the amazing thing about this is that people still, believe it or not, in their workout rooms at home, use CDs. We had a huge, overwhelming demand for CDs, so we continue to make them. But the good news is that's not the only way that you can get it. Active is also available in digital download.
Digital download, absolutely.
And my favorite, the app for both Apple products and Android products. And here's the cool thing. On the app, there's all kinds of extras that you get. First of all, you get to see the playlist that I created for you myself of what goes with what exercise, which everybody goes, how do I use this? I show you. The other thing that's exciting is that my audiobook is on there, and there's extra little things that you will get when you get the app, and the app obviously is the simplest to use because 90% of the people that go to a gym and use this, they use their phones, don't they? You do. You just put your headphones in your phone, and boom, this is right on the face of your phone. You just tap the icon and boom, you're off to the races. You can create your own playlist or just go with it and let it play itself. And there's a little secret about this too, and I'm going to tell you what it is. Right about the time that you're ready to give up, right about the time that you're feeling gassed after working out, or just getting out of a chair and walking around the house in the morning. Seriously.
Hey, are you watching me in the morning?
Sorry. Well, cameras, it's really cool to have somebody tell you, if you especially if people don't, you could spend what, $50 an hour for a personal trainer, but what if like you're working out all by yourself and then all of a sudden you hear this voice say, don't give up, don't you ever give up. Then all of a sudden it's like, it's amazing. Now you've got the energy to finish that workout. Part of it is because you're embarrassed because you don't want to look bad, and now there's somebody talking in your ear and telling you, I know you're gassing, but I'm not going to let it happen. You just keep going. So Active for me is, like I said, this is my first jolt in the morning before coffee. Honestly, I love coffee, don't get me wrong. But if I didn't have coffee, I would have just as much energy and umph in the morning just by listening to this every morning, first thing when I wake up.
So Becky and I work as a team for the market. We are really kind of the marketing department for Wholetones. And so we talk quite frequently throughout the day. I will tell you one thing I know to be true, and I hope I'm not sharing secrets that can't be shared. Becky doesn't really start her day until after she's had a cup of coffee and at least one cycle through of Wholetones Active. Is that true? Tell us about it.
Yes, that is very true. And secret mom tip out there. I play this when I'm trying to get my kids up and ready to go to school in the morning because they're like, lagging and slow and they don't want to listen to me because they're kids and it's morning. So I put on active loud on my phone and I'm blaring it around the house and it gets them up and ready for school and kind of pumps them up and gets them ready for learning and having fun. So that's my mom tip. But for me personally, yes, absolutely. Once the kids are off at school, I come back home, make my coffee, listen to some active, and then I am ready.
And then she messaged me and said, okay, you may call me now. Basically what happened.
Before that,
it's
the hand.
Yes, exactly. Talk to the hand. All right. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to get active because this is a little bit different than the last thing we talked about. So stick with me. All right. So as Michael mentioned, we have the CDs. The CDs are amazing. You pop those into a CD player in your home stereo. They are fantastic. Also, they're great if you still have a CD player in your car. Pop those into your car on your morning commute or your afternoon commute. Keeps you awake, keeps you energized, keeps you alert. The number one problem with driving today is driving distracted and driving tired. And so this will keep you awake and alert while you're doing your drive. The next way you can get active is digital downloads. That's directly from our website right into your phone or tablet or computer. You can get those right now. So the CDs, just to reiterate those, the CDs sell for $39.99. And with our 25% discount, if you scroll down, add these to your cart, 25% discount is going to be $29.99. That will include the digital downloads with that. Okay. Now, if you want just the digital downloads themselves, those are $24.99. And with the discount, it's going to be $18.74. Now, you may as well grab the CDs, and really for a couple bucks more, you're going to get the digital downloads free. But if you don't even have a CD player, you're like, I don't know what the heck's one of those. That's fine. Just get the digital downloads. And that's going to wind up being $18.74. Now, Michael mentioned the app. Now, here's the good things about the app Michael talked about. You're going to get personalized playlists. You get a digital copy of the audio book. It's right on your phone. It's a beautiful app. It's super easy to play. Here's the downside. I don't own Apple or Google. Do you own Apple or Google?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
I don't own Apple or Google.
I have an Apple
either.
in the other room, though. But
yes, we use them, but we don't own them. Because we don't own them, we don't have any control over their shopping cart experience. So here's the deal. If you want to purchase the app, there is no discount on that. Sorry. And nothing I can do about it. We tried to get them to let us sell it through our shopping cart so we could give you that promo code discount. But no. So you're going to pay full price, $39.95 if you get the Android or Apple app. But you're going to get all those extras that Michael talked about. So don't worry about that. You're going to get a little more, but you're going to pay a little bit more, but you're going to have that convenience of the app. So CDs, digital downloads, or the app. CDs and digital downloads do have a discount. The app does not have a discount, but it has some bonus items that you don't get with the other products. So we tried to even it out a little bit, and I think we did an okay job, and I hope you'll agree. All right, so that's Wholetones Active. One thing, before you wrap that up, one thing I wanted to talk about really fast. You mentioned beats per minute.
Yes. That's
one frequency, but you didn't really talk about the other frequencies, the secret sauce Wholetones frequencies underlying Active. Why does that make it really special and different than any other workout music anybody could get?
Yeah, it literally is, because it's kind of like this biphased idea, meaning BPM, everybody uses BPM. It's just beats per minute. It's like how many times your heart is beating per minute. 120 is kind of like the secret sauce, but that's only where this project begins. We're just using what we know works to keep your heart in a healthy place so you could get through your exercise and help your cardiovascular health. But what makes this even deeper is the fact that I've infused my music, which I've tuned different than any other music you've ever heard before. It's a proprietary tuning, by the way. And I've just made an underlayment of specific frequencies that work with your body on a cellular level. Put all of that together with a beat-sensitive project, and so basically you're getting cardiovascular health, you're getting imagine working out and knowing that your heart is getting healthy, but also knowing that your cells are being bathed with these frequencies, and so in all of that hard work, you're not stressing, which I think is a huge thing, because a lot of times people see muscle loss and muscle wasting, and there's stress. So guess what happens when you're stressed out? Cortisol, that nasty hormone that does what? Exactly the opposite of what you're trying to do when you're working out. It kills muscle and puts fat around the middle of your belly. So by putting together both beats per minute and specific frequencies, you're working out without being stressed out, and your heart is going Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for that explanation.
Sure.
All right, so that's Wholetones Active, everybody. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, I mentioned wearables.
Wearables.
And we have some special wearables. And to help us tell about our special wearables, we have a special guest. So let's bring our wearables out and our wearables special guest onto the set. And Michael, do you want to introduce our special guest to talk about our special item for the day?
Come stand with me. This beautiful, well, my favorite elf, is Lillian Terrell, my incredible wife. And she is sporting, and I'm not kidding you, she is sporting the most comfortable, softest, most ridiculously awesome t-shirt that we could possibly manufacture. I got so many requests for, I would wear my shirt out all of the time, and just a couple of us had them. Mm-hmm. And even in public, someone said, oh, I love that logo, Wholetones. Oh, and these are people that don't have any idea that I've created frequency healing music or any of those things. They just like the shirt. They said, wow, what a great logo. And then other people say, oh, that logo looks really mystical. So I'm going to tell you what the logo is. I'm going to tell for the first time, nobody knows.
No, it's so funny what people think.
They thought this is Kundalini magic. It's like, no. Actually, we had all the CDs stacked. If you see there's little holes, we had all the 7 CDs on this project stacked together and drew lines from each of the centers of each one of those, and it made this beautiful, looks like kind of like a neutron or some kind of flower or something, and everybody thought that's some kind of secret. Well, people are so funny. That's 7 CDs stacked on top of each other, which is the Healing Frequency Music Project. Yeah. All 7 of the very first Wholetones frequencies, boom, in this beautiful logo. And then show them the back. I really like the back too. It has the Wholetones logo again. It says the Healing Frequency Music Project, Wholetones.com. So guys, I'm telling you, if you saw my closet, you'd be giggling right now because I'm like the connoisseur of t-shirts. I have so many t-shirts. Most of them are black, but I'm not Johnny Cash. But this is the softest, most incredible feeling. You will love this t-shirt, I promise you. So my lovely wife makes it look better than it does on my hanger.
So I just did a terrible job of refolding. I'm a terrible folder. Well, listen, Michael, you are a musician, and so you've put on thousands and thousands of concerts in decades and on multiple continents. I am not a musician. What I am is a concert appreciator. Yes. I've gone to a lot of concerts. I love going to concerts. What do I do when I go to a concert? I buy a shirt, concert shirt. And guess what? They are very crappy expensive material. They are heavy tee, yep. kind of plain 100% cotton.
Or beefy
tees. And they're 40, 50, $60. Yep. And so it's like, but I still have them because I want to commemorate
the moment.
Now, we created this shirt for the Wholetones Live event, which was recently just held in Minneapolis, Minnesota, just a couple of months ago. And so anybody who went to the live event was able to get their hands on this lovely t-shirt. We have just a few left. We sold a ton, but we have a few left. And when I say a few, I'm not kidding, okay? So here's how many we have. We have 11 smalls, 24 mediums, 22 larges, 12 extra larges, and 7 double XLs. That's it. That's all we got left from the big live event. So how much are they? They're $29.95. How do you get them? You're going to scroll down, and you're going to pick that up. You're going to scroll down, and you're going to look for the t-shirt section, and you're going to add to cart the size that you want. If you use the promo code HOLIDAY, you're going to get 25% off. So that's going to make these t-shirts, let me look here, $22.46. Now, as I said at the top of the show, what do you get with every order? You get a
snow bag!
And you get 5 of these
Christmas cards
with every order. So you're going to get these free. Whether you buy a Wholetones to Sleep, whether you buy an active, whether you buy a t-shirt, you're going to get that. One exception to that is if you buy digital only. So if you've already ordered your Wholetones to Sleep Lullabies music digital only, and you already ordered your active digital only, and we're not actually packing a box for you.
No card for you.
Then I can't send you the card, and I can't do the snow bag. So you got to actually order a physical item. So when I say with any order, we got to mail to you. So we'll put those in the box. All right. So the t-shirts are soft. They're beautiful. They look great. They're a great price. We only have a few.
They're going to be gone.
They're gone so fast. They will be gone before we finish the show. There's no question about it. So don't even wait. All right. Thank you, Becky. We are next going to talk about the item that started it all. The Healing Frequency Music Project. Can I start this story, Michael?
Yes, please.
All right. So the Healing Frequency Music Project is the very first music that Michael put together. And I'm a marketing guy. And I've marketed over $1 billion worth of products on TV, online. I've seen it all. I've turned down a ton of things. I've had huge successes. I've had stuff that I looked at and went, there's no way anybody'd buy that, and I was wrong. Snuggie. I'm not kidding you. I had a chance to work on Snuggie, and I'm like, nobody would buy that. Boop, what do you know?
Surprise.
I get a call from somebody who says, "Hey, we're gonna work with this long-haired dude named Michael Terrell, who you've never met. He's got this frequency music. It's gonna do all these things and heal your body and make you feel great and reduce your stress." And I was just like, way too out there for me. So I actually refused to work on the project. I said, I don't have time. I've got these other projects going on. And
so I reminded you of the
make sense to
Snuggie.
me.
I reminded you of a Snuggie.
Basically, you're a walking Snuggie in my mind. So doesn't he look like a Snuggie though? So Michael forged ahead and launched the product without me involved. And a couple hundred people received the original music, which is right here. These CDs.
Yeah, I did the hard launch.
The hard part. And what changed it all for me was that I started seeing the testimonials. Yeah. And I have never in my life, and I've sold a lot of good products that have changed people's lives and saved people's lives. I've never seen testimonials like these. People who just had incredible health breakthroughs, incredible spiritual breakthroughs, relationship breakthroughs. The number one testimonial, crazy enough, was sleep, which was never even
mentioned it.
Never knew that was going to be a benefit. But greater sleep, things to do with pets. We're going to talk about pets in a little bit. The testimonials were just one after the other. I've never in my life seen so many people so pleased with a purchase. And so I reached out to Michael and said, I was wrong. You're way smarter than I had any idea. And this product is way more amazing than I had any idea. And I agreed to do the official nationwide launch, which we did on Black Friday of 2014.
Yep.
And it was beyond all expectations, and we've been working together ever since. So now, why don't you tell the Wholetones story a little bit?
Sure.
But you only have about 4 minutes.
Okay, that's fantastic. Okay. A lot of times it's subtraction. It's something that you have no idea why you would want to do what you're doing, but that thing or that question that no one can answer for you, that could be the beginning of your destiny. And when you don't give up, and never do, please, you'll find some amazing things. And I knew in my heart there was something wrong with music, which is a crazy statement. But I knew that as beautiful as music is, there was something inherently wrong with it. And what I proved that to be was the tuning. And I won't go into all the details, but all of that is in this book that Marty's getting ready to tell you about called The Sound of Healing. It goes into great detail. And the reason is that this isn't one of those books that you're going to read and go, oh God, I'm just slogging through this bunch of physical and chemical information. No, this book reads really quick. You could read it in probably one segment of a flight. But the point is because I want you to know what this does, and I want you to be able to do it yourself. And that's what makes the magic. But I had to figure out a way of how to tune music differently than anybody else did, that instead of working against the circadian rhythm of your body, which is a simple word which means the bio clock, like on which hour, what part of your body, what organ detoxes through sleep on the clock tick. So people could have optimum health and the body would begin to do what? Heal itself like it was designed to. So to make a very long story short, that's all in the book, I came up with 7 specific frequencies, put them to music, right? Recorded them, and now they're available in 7 different ways to change your home into a healing spa. And the best part is it's not just at home anymore. It's anywhere you want to go. And that's why we created a unit that Marty's going to tell you about, that he was the major part of this. It's called Wholetones to Go, which is a music player that does not require Wi-Fi, does not require Bluetooth, does not need you to replace batteries. And guess what? It's as simple as pushing one button and filling your entire home with a sound that, I'm telling you, the only way you'll ever really know what I'm saying is true is by trying it yourself. Pushing the button, turning it on, and watch what happens in your home. People freak out, actually, because when they turn this on, they think, I was so stressed out, and I pushed the button on your player, and all of a sudden my whole house just was enveloped in this peace. It really, really does that. So overall, this is what started it all. This is the first 7 notes, 7 frequencies that I created that has become known as Wholetones and is now in over 174 nations.
Yeah. Speaking of 174 nations, I literally flew around the world to find the right product right here. Yeah. We had another version of it that was created earlier. We like that one.
Yeah.
And a lot of you purchased the original Wholetones to Go, and we appreciate that. This is the Wholetones to Go Gen 2, and the sound quality is mind-blowing. I mean, it will fill the entire room with the great healing sounds of Wholetones. The CD collection, there's 7 CDs. This is the same music that you'll find on the Wholetones to Go player. It's just on a CD. And then, of course, the book. You definitely want to read the book if you're interested in anything that Michael's has to say today. So the original Wholetones, the Healing Frequency Music Project. Same thing on the deal. 25% off if you use the promo code HOLIDAY. This is normally $99 for the Wholetones to Go, and you get it for $74.25. Same thing with the CDs. Normally $99. You're going to get it for $74.25. We also have one other way of consuming the Healing Frequency Music Project, and that is through on your DVD or Blu-ray player. And why is, in 30 seconds, why is adding light taking this to the next level?
It literally is the next level, because once you exhaust the audio realm, you go through what? Radio wave, and then into photonic energy or light wave. So can you imagine the power of being able to heal with 2 different modalities of frequency? So not only do you have the audio portion, which we've just talked about on the Frequency Healing Music Project, the first 7, you have the harmonics of that music that you're listening to, which is full spectrum lighting. And so you have the harmonics. In other words, you're seeing what you're listening to in light. So this actually fills your living space. Both we have DVD and Blu-ray in the same box. So if you have a Blu-ray player, of course, you can actually set a timer on this thing. You can leave it playing all day long, but you're filling an atmosphere. You're filling your living room with light and sound. You can sit on the couch and literally, it's just, you're getting healing from both directions.
I can tell you right now that we've had thousands of testimonials from people who say they play this on their TV 24 hours a day and fill their home with the love and light of Wholetones. Just gonna open this up so we can get a tight shot of this, just so we make it clear. This is a DVD and a Blu-ray. So whichever format you have that you use, we've got you covered. Some people have both, and they say, well, we'll put one on the Blu-ray that we keep in our theater room and one on the DVD player that we have in the bedroom. Other people don't have one or the other. Give it as a gift. Just give it to somebody who needs the healing frequencies of Wholetones. So it's like a 2-for-1 right there with Wholetones Chroma. Wholetones Chroma is also $99. And so with the holiday promo code, you're going to save 25%. And so it's going to be $74.25. 5 free Christmas cards and a free
snow bag.
We're going to do that every time, in case you're wondering. All right. So that is the original Healing Frequency Music Project. Yes. Now, people want something for the holidays.
Oh,
right?
Yes, they do.
This is all great music, but sometimes you want a little something festive. Mm-hmm. So tell us about something you created to celebrate this time of year. This is actually the Wholetones Holiday Spectacular, right?
It is.
So tell us about the Wholetones Holiday Spectacular music that's designed just for right now.
Well, maybe we should say ho ho Wholetones.
Ooh. Happy holidays.
Nice.
I don't know.
So my greatest memories growing up were around Christmas, and not always because you're a kid and you're getting something. There's all this stuff under a tree that's wrapped with your name on it, but it was more the spirit of the season. There was something that would happen, at least to me, every year around Christmas. It was holy, it was special, it was set apart. And all of the things that we add to our homes, some of us have Christmas trees and there's relatives and people you love around, but the music, I remember listening to like Nat King Cole and and the Mormon Tabernacle Choir and
Bing
Crosby, and you're listening to these sounds and it's amazing, guys. We don't realize how our limbic system works, but you can listen to a song and it can take you right back to where you were when you were like 6 years old. So my thought was, okay, I want to create an atmosphere around Christmas that gives everyone an optimum holiday. So I did the same thing. I got all of my my personal favorite ones on this one. Little Drummer Boy, I Saw Three Ships, O Come, Emmanuel, Carol of the Bells, which I promise
Blows
you,
your mind.
I promise you, even if you listen to Trans-Siberian Orchestra, who I adore, this one will floor you. Angels We've Heard on High, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and Joy to the World. And what's so special about this, again, it's frequency, underlayment with music. So all of us at least have one relative that are always the troublemaker. They can't help themselves. It's like either Thanksgiving or Christmas, they sit at the table and then they start talking about politics and hack off the whole family. And there's all the discordant, negative energy all of a sudden. I have never seen that happen since we released this project. People it sells out every single season because this music is different than anything that you have. I'm not saying that you'll like the music better than Bing Crosby. I'll say that you like what you feel better than anything you've ever heard before in your life, and you'll like what it does in your home, and all the visitors and all your family are gonna love what they feel. And guess what? That crazy Uncle Harold that always causes all the trouble and he walks out the door and blows Christmas every year, this will take the Grinch out of Christmas every time.
Let me tell you how I use it, because I found it to be pretty effective. So I have the CD, and then I have the digital downloads, which come free with the CD when you purchase it. There are times when things are just really stressful. Like you said, you got everybody there, and the dogs are going crazy, and they're barking, and the cats are hiding under the bed. I'll just put this CD on and just leave it on a loop. I'll just leave it on, and it helps calm everything down. In the between times, I run everything digitally. So I take the digital down, and I have them interspersed. So it could be the artists you mentioned, Nat King Cole or Bing Crosby. I love the Elvis Christmas album. I love that. I have a shuffle digital built in with this in it. So every couple of songs is a Wholetones song, and then it's in between the other holiday music, and it just creates kind of a nice baseline of peace. But then when I got to give it a little juice, then I put this
the Carol of the Bells.
That's how I do it. Put Carol. Everybody stops. Everybody stops. Wow, what is that? So that's how I use Wholetones Christmas. And by the way, inside, I'm going to show this. Can we get a nice tight shot of there? Inside here is a picture. I don't want to diminish the contributions of your musical artists that you collaborate with. One of them is working the camera right now, Mr. Sunday. But really quick, why don't you just walk us through who actually leave it right here. Walk us through
awesome.
who we're
I was
seeing
just going to ask you if I could.
There's a picture of them.
Yeah. So these guys, they know where I'm going before I get there. I mean, musically, this is all spontaneous music, guys. So people don't understand what that means. I don't write the music out. I just know what I need to play, and they seem to be able to get in the groove with me. Dustin Horn is our drummer, who is just extraordinary. Of course, Sunday Chimicordlu is my dearest friend. We've been together for years. He's my partner in crime. He's the most amazing, not only pianist, but plays the horsehead violin, which is one of the most difficult instruments on the planet. Yours truly. Steve Morgan, just an absolute monster of bass guitar, both fretless and fretted. And Cody Sloan, who played the regular violin on this project, is just amazing. And I got to tell you one thing too, which is amazing. When people listen to this, they say, wow, it must have been like just such a cold and wonderful time in the studio. And actually, we recorded this on August the 22nd, and it was so brutally hot you could fry an egg on the sidewalk of Dallas, Texas that year. And Sunday, my dear friend, the one who's filming this right now, he came in the studio and he goes, "We must make this like Narnia, always Christmas, always." And I thought, wow, so we turned the air conditioner down in the recording studio, and I'm telling you straight up, of all the years I've been playing music and all the projects we've done, I had more fun recording Wholetones Christmas. And you know what? Part of what comes through everything you create is what you're feeling. And so when you listen to this, there's going to be a joy, just a majestic feeling of victory when you listen to this during Christmas, because that's what we were feeling in the studio. We brought a Christmas album to light in the middle of the hottest day in Dallas, and I think everybody's going to just adore this project.
Yeah, it's incredible music. You've got to check it out. Look, this one's very inexpensive. It's only $19.97 for the full CD.
Yeah.
And you're still going to use the promo code Holiday, still going to get 25% off. That's going to take it on a $14.97. It's a no-brainer. Still going to include the digital downloads with it too. So you can do like what I do and mix it up with some of your other Christmas music. Still going to get a
snow bag.
And still going to get 5 Christmas cards from Wholetones. All right. So we have another special guest who's been hiding under the table this entire time. and just totally being a good girl. I don't know if we're going to be able to get her on camera.
I need her stocking.
We probably can't. Yeah, so our special guest, who may or may not decide to appear on camera, and Sunday, I don't know if you can get her on or what, but is our special family member named...
Come on.
Michael, named...
Ziva!
Ziva the Wonder Dog!
Ziva the Wonder Dog!
All
She's
right.
hiding under our table.
She's hiding.
Oops, she's out.
Ziva dressed up for the occasion.
Zivi!
But we'll see if we can get her on camera there, just in case. All right, in the meantime, let's talk about our most new, most amazing product that we just came out with. We did a pre-launch of this summer. It was massively successful. We officially launched this product last week is when we finally got inventory to sell. So you are among the very first in the entire world to really be able to get your hands on this product. And it's called Wholetones for Pets. Michael, why don't you tell us about it?
Oh, I am so happy. Anybody that knows me, and I know for some of you it's the first time you've ever seen me before, but my heart is just volcanic when it comes to pets, animals in general. I love animals. And my wife and I have been rescuing dogs, the last two that we've had actually, and one of them is right here, Ziva, you just can't see her. And I just realized a bunch of things about animals that I thought was really important. The first thing is that they exist to love you. You're the apple of their eye. You're their whole world. That's why when you come home sometimes and they just go crackers, it's because they don't know how long you've been gone. They don't have time and space. They don't have that programming. They just know that you've been out of their sight for however long, a few seconds, and that's enough. So the one thing I learned, though, is a lot of dogs suffer with anxiety. Now, here's the interesting part about that. The anxiety they suffer with sometimes is from us, and that's a heavy thing to realize. So maybe you think about, oh, I'm so hacked off with my dog. Ladies, my dog just chewed up my last 3 pairs of, $300 Gucci high heels, or my Louis Vuitton bag. Or the guys, the first thing we think of is like, didn't the bottom of the chairs used to look different? And did they just saw off the bottom of the wood on our sofa? And that's nervous anxiety. That's negative behavior, but it might not be the dog's fault. It's anxiety. It could be you coming home angry from work or driving in traffic, and then the dog off-gasses your energy, because dogs know energy better than humans do. Oh, yeah. And they're very sensitive to it. So sometimes we get mad at our dogs or cats or parrots or ferrets because they're acting out, but sometimes we're the catalyst for them acting out. So regardless of how or why, dealing with a stressed out pet doesn't need to be as difficult as everybody's been telling you that it is. I know people that actually use sedatives on their pets. They use all kinds of, there's a thing called a thunder jacket that's a compression jacket that is about 46% effective when it comes to storms or, lightning, thunder,
so
4th of July.
That'd be 54% ineffective.
Boom!
I took math.
He always does the math. Thank you. And so maybe your pet does that. Ours did. We have a rescue. Whenever it would start thundering out, my poor little dog would run and try to get between the couch and the wall, shaking violently. Then if there was lightning, 4th of July was a disaster. It's like we wished we could have gone somewhere with a dog that was quiet. And finally, separation anxiety, which many of you deal with, is when you come home, the dog just gets way out of sorts, way more than normal, okay? Yeah. So I thought, what if I could do the same thing, for pets? Well, as I told you before, sometimes things just happen for you. You don't have to go digging. There was a boy in Sioux Falls. This is one of my favorite stories. He had a recorder, and he recorded the first frequency of the original Wholetones.
396.
So he had this 396 hertz thing going on. So he walked into the SPCA near him and didn't have it playing, opened the door, the cacophony of barking and meowing and, just general chaos. Then he went outside, turned 396 on his recorder, opened the door, stuck it in there, and guess what? Total quiet. No problem at all. Dogs are just like, cats are just like. And the lady that was there was also a regional manager of the SPCA that was in town, and said, what did you do? And he said, oh, my friend makes this music, and it makes dogs and cats happy. So I thought, you know what? We're going to do just that. And we did. We came out with the CD first, of course, and we were shocked to see the results with, I can't make an exact claim, but I can tell you that most dogs, cats, parrots, ferrets that we have played this music for are pieced out immediately. Just today, one of my friends, a doctor friend of ours, we had just sent her the new pet player, And she responded by text immediately. She said, "Oh, look, it looks like Christmas," she said, because we sent her a box of stuff. And she turned on the Wholetones for Pets. She said, "Oh my God, my dog just stopped barking. My dog barks all the time and drives us nuts. Hasn't barked since. Just turned the music on and boom." So, Wholetones for Pets. We have it in CD. But we also have this awesome...
Leave it down there.
Awesome... Yeah, I just wanted to... I love touching it. This wonderful music player, and you know what? And everything about it was designed that way, with you in mind. And especially for women, because they love cute stuff. There's cute little dogs and cats and birds and horses and stuff on the side of it. It's that wonderful brown, kind of that Louis Vuitton brown, and it comes in this kind of minty looking box. So it's almost like someone's giving you a box of chocolates. It's just something very special. But what's really special is the machine itself. And because it doesn't have a battery, and because it's not dependent upon Wi-Fi, and because it doesn't need Bluetooth, that all you have to do is plug it into the wall with the adapter that we have and turn it on, and your pet has a sonic companion for the day. It's awesome. And if you're home and you just want to, like, if there's a storm and you just want to, put it on for an hour, there's a timer on there as well that lasts for 1 hour. But the secret sauce of all of this stuff is this works for stressed out pets. And sometimes, guess what happens? Sometimes, because we know it works for humans, sometimes it gets your stress gone, which in turn releases the dog to be the dog or cat or parrot or ferret that you want to be. And look.
Perfect.
Okay, this is my doggy's stocking.
Yes.
And look what it says. It says, "Naughty, nice, I tried." It's the perfect stocking stuffer for this season for you and for your pet.
Absolutely. A couple of things. You mentioned noise like thunder and things like that. Fireworks are a huge concern with pets. We hear every year, especially around the 2 times a year, 4th of July, but New Year's. A lot of people firing off fireworks for New Year's. That season, that's coming up in just a few weeks. If you or a loved one have a pet that the fireworks and the loud noises from New Year's freak them out, you've got to have this product in your home. And it does. We've talked a lot about dogs, but I want to talk about cats really fast. Antisocial behavior in cats. We've had many thousands of testimonies of people who've written in and said, "My cat was, when company comes over, they hide under the bed, they would never come out, or they were mean to other cats, or even mean to kids and children, or mean to other people. They're antisocial, they hiss and scratch and claw." And we've had people write in saying, "My cat is like a totally different cat, personable, comes out, rubs on people's legs, and curls up." We have many photographs of cats curled up with their Wholetones on the speakers of their Wholetones for Pets players, which is amazing. So, all right, really quick, I'm going to talk about the offer here. So we have 2 different ways of consuming Wholetones for Pets. Number 1 is via the CD that Michael mentioned. By the way, we have sold over 250,000 of these CDs worldwide. And we have had an amazing response from people. Love that. Well, more importantly, pets love this CD. So the CD is what kind of started all with our pet player. That one is $19.95. Of course, if you use your discount code by scrolling down below and entering that into the shopping cart, you're going to get it for $14.95. That discount code being holiday. And then the brand new, hot off the press. Now this is a solid piece of equipment. By the way, I didn't mention this with the other products, the Wholetones to Sleep and the Wholetones to Go, which are all based on the same chassis that I had designed and custom built just for Wholetones. These are all solid alloy metal. They're very heavy. They have a heavy-duty magnet speaker, which is why we're able to get such a dynamic response, or a range of response from the music. These are solid quality items. These are not cheap plastic, okay? This player which is brand new, just came out. Again, set it and forget it. You're gonna open it up. You're gonna put it on a counter, plug it in, turn it on, and it can just run 24 hours a day in your home. It's $49.95.
It's unbelievable.
With the discount, it's going to be $37.42. And of course, you'll get 5 free Christmas cards and a
snow bag
with every order. Thank you, Michael. All right, that takes us to the very last thing. We have just a couple of minutes left, and I want to talk about something that nobody has heard about yet. Well, no. You've hinted about this.
I hinted.
You've hinted. All right. Wholetones originated in a very specific location. In 30 seconds, tell us where the germination of Wholetones came from.
Absolutely. On an amazing trip to Jerusalem, I walked into a coffee house with a very good friend of mine and heard a man playing music that was just absolutely captivating. It was on Ben Yehuda Street. to add, as little to a giant story as possible.
It's a big story.
Yeah, it's a really big story. I was enthralled by this man, and he kept staring a hole through my head, which I thought was so funny. He made a beeline over to the table and told me that morning he felt that God had told him that he was supposed to give his life's work to someone. And when I asked him what his life's work was, he said, encoding the Psalms of King David, which has been the lion's share of where Wholetones came from. So the long and short story of this is that Wholetones was made in Jerusalem.
Was born
there.
in Jerusalem.
Born in Jerusalem.
In a coffee shop.
Wow.
All right. We're going to Jerusalem, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we are.
Next year, 2020,
Yeah.
in June, we are going for the Wholetones in the Holy Land trip. This has been 3 years, I think, in the making. We've been talking about making this happen, and it's finally happening. It is locked and loaded and ready to go. Here's the thing. This is, how many days is the trip, Michael?
I'm not sure. I think it's
a 7-day trip with a day of travel on each side of it. So it ends up being a 9-day
total.
trip. We're going to hit all of the sites that you would expect to see by going to the Holy Land, but we're not going to the touristy sites. Right. We're going to go to the real sites, right?
Absolutely.
And Michael's been to Israel many times. We're going with a couple of friends of Michael, one that's been to Israel 58 times. Led tours. This is going to be an insider look of Israel that you've never seen before. It's going to include, everything is going to be included in this. So this is your airfare. Yeah. This is your hotel. This is your breakfast and dinners. Now, lunches are going to be on your own, but breakfast and dinners will be included. This is your ground transportation. This even includes your tips for the bus drivers and the tour guides, all of the fee entrances, everything else. So this is all inclusive. The only thing you need to bring, a couple bucks for lunch and some money for souvenirs. And everything else is going to be taken care of for you, okay? This is going to be a wonderful, wonderful trip. Round trip from Miami, Florida. We're all going to meet in Miami. We're all going to leave together on the same plane. You're going to hang out with Michael and spend time with him. He's going to share everything from his wisdom from Scripture. And obviously, we're going to talk about Wholetones. And it's going to end on the very last night with something pretty special. Tell us about that.
Yeah, there'll be a couple... Well, all of it, I can't tell you too much because some of the places I want to be a surprise. I'm just going to read like a scripture and then you're going to be there and you're going to go, oh my gosh. I'm telling you right now, there's no way to hype a trip like this. We've done a few. This one is like none other. And what Marty is referring to is before we get ready to say goodbye to each other in the Holy Land, we are taking the old boat, on the Sea of Galilee at midnight, and we're going to be doing Wholetones live, unplugged, on the boat with all of y'all, with me and Sunday and Roy Kendall, who is one of the premier musicians in Israel. And we will be playing Wholetones music on the boat acoustically while you're there with us.
On the Sea of Galilee.
On the Sea of Galilee, right where Jesus said, peace be still, and the winds and the waves obeyed him. And we'll also be doing another concert and some other special things in the exact actual places where Jesus healed the sick and cleansed lepers.
This is going to be an amazing trip, guys. You've got to be there for it. This is the announcement that you've all been waiting for. Yeah. Michael has teased this for months and months and months. This is the time. Now,
it's on.
This is a little bit different, okay? We have a website just for this. This is not scroll down. Everything else we've talked about, scroll down. It's going to be right there on this same page. All the products, you can add them to your cart. You can add a promo code in there, which is holiday. You can get 25% off. That's all of our products, okay? This is something a little bit different. To get in on this trip, to learn more about it, and to get in on it, because it will sell out. We are only able to take 42 people. Okay, 42 people. Why 42? Because it's a 50-person bus, and we have 8 people with Michael, Lillian, Sunday, other staffers. That takes up 8 slots. There's 42 people who are going to go on this trip, and it will be the trip of a lifetime. Here's the deal. It's $4,995. $4,995. That's everything except lunches and souvenirs. It's a great deal. Include your airfare, all of that. If you go right now to Wholetones.com/Holyland, that's Wholetones.com/Holyland, then you can get an early bird discount of $500 off. That's the deal for our Wholetones Holiday Spectacular. So that's going to make it $4,495. The only thing you have to pay right now is a $500 deposit. $500, hold your spot, and then you're going to hear from Alex And Alex is on our team. He's our Chief Financial Officer. He's going to be communicating with you and setting up a payment plan so that you can make a couple payments as we go. So you don't have to come up with all the money right up once. We can chunk it up for you to make it a little easier. So you got about 4 or 5 months to kind of make payments and do it. So it's pretty doable. If you look at it that way, hopefully we can make it work. But you got to be there. But that's a special for our Wholetones Holiday Spectacular. It's an early bird deal, $500 off. But you got to go to wholetones.com/holyland. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Wholetones Holiday Spectacular. Yes. Thank you to our lovely assistant, Becky. You did a fantastic job being our Vanna White today. I think you did an even better job because you actually spoke and shared your story. And you're really good at saying 3 special words because this has been the
Wholetones Holiday Spectacular.
And a special thank you to Michael for being the man that leads us all and has created this music and this product and healed millions of lives. We don't even know all the lives that you've touched through this music.
Every morning we get emails and it makes me cry.
Every single morning. Yeah. All right, Michael, close us out.
Sure. Well, I want to bring my favorite elf back in real quick. Come on. Come join us. One big happy family. So first of all, I just want to thank you guys so much for spending. I know your time is so valuable, and we love inviting people into our living room to be able to tell them about things that we know work. And so listen, from the bottom of all of our hearts and everyone at Wholetones, we pray that you've had the most beautiful holiday season, and we want this event to be just part of that. We want by next year you to say, you know what, we had the best Christmas, we had the best Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all that good stuff, but at the end of the day, my entire life since I watched this little TV show from someone's living room has changed my life forever. That's what we're after. That's why we do what we do. That's what gets me up every morning. We want you to have the most optimum life, and we have created things that absolutely work, that absolutely move a marker in your life and will change how you feel, how your family feels, and how your beautiful little pets deal with anxiety 24/7. So thank you so much for supporting us and loving us and for taking the time to watch our broadcast today.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.